for it, yeah. Okay, I'll spread myself around this side. You want to speak. You're members of the...
I'm a member of the Church of Scientology, and I've been a member of the Church of Scientology for 8 years.
Yes.
And what I observe here is an actual hatchet job on my religion.
Yes.
And I noticed John Farrell here from in Dublin. I noticed Willie O'Reilly from RTE, Jerry Ryan show. Yes. I noticed a lot of people here who hate Scientology. You know? And every single one of these people get it from the same source. This is not isolated people. It's all from the same source, you know.
What is that source?
That source you're talking about, Bonnie Woods and a guy...
we're back to the Woods again.
And a guy by the name of John Attack.
You've never heard of Bonnie Woods? I've never heard of Bonnie Woods.
And a guy by the name of John Attack.
Yeah.
They write books. They wrote books, which were slanderous and libelous of Ron Hubbard and certain Church of Scientology members.
Okay.
Now, I'm actually an Irish citizen, okay? I'm 27 years of age now. I was raised a Catholic in a good family by a good mother who was also a good Catholic. I'm absolutely ashamed right now that my religion is being taken apart by people who are fundamentally bigots, fundamentally have an abiding hatred, not just for Scientology, but for any minority religion in this society.
Is that Mary and PJ?
I do not blame Mary or PJ. I actually like PJ deep down. I told him this before. PJ is a very likeable character, right? Now I've met PJ News. He knows me. Sure, we've had great talks.
Yes,
but what I'm saying is...
He's getting it from the one source. You say you've never heard of this?
Oh, I've never heard of Bonnie Woods. And in fact, I find it really shocking that you can sit here and pretend that we are all fundamentally bigots and attacking your religion. No, wait a second, because you're not listening to what we're saying, nor are you listening to what the issues are at stake here. Over 2/3 of your membership, of your new members, are people who are aged, who are under 25.
How many courses have you done Scientology?
Can I go on?
How many courses have you done?
Well, I've done the one-day course. I did my 50, and I've read Dianetics, and I have... Excuse me, you're not listening. First of all, I did have a beard, and I didn't give a false name. Excuse me.
What's wrong with having a beard?
And I didn't give a false name.
Well,
yes,
he gave a false name, and you told me that he was going out for a Coke, and we never saw him again until the next day.
Yes, you can.
This event took place over 3 years ago.
Yes.
And I find it astonishing that your members of this religion have nothing better to do with yourselves than just concentrate on these petty hatreds and injuries you think were done to you. It's astonishing. Now, wait a second. The fact of the matter is that your religion is more like Freemasonry than Catholicism. It is not based on open and available text. It is based on a secret hierarchy of confidential initiation. You know perfectly well that only 1 out of 1,000 members gets beyond class 12.
Who brought this wonderful spokesperson?
Do you deny that this is your own structure of your hierarchy?
The bridge.
This is mine.
Let me show that.
Wait a second. This gentleman says that that's mine. Is that not published in a book called What is Scientology, published by Bridge Foundation?
The next day you were on the Jerry Ryan show and you were slandering my religion again. And I take exception to that.
No, I take exception that you take advantage of the vulnerable and the young to isolate them and brainwash them into believing that your system is somehow the only way of thinking or living.
You are quite happy as a member of the Church of Scientology.
In South Africa, we put 2 million children where the government said, black children, where the government said they could not read and write. Please, let me finish. Where they said they could not be educated. Through LRH's study technology, we were able to educate them to...
Fine.
No,
all right. Well, all right. That was a fair bit. What do you?
Well, I need just to respond to that. I mean, the community betterment, social betterment, and community action programs were at an absolute nil in 1970, and the real reason was a cosmetic gesture after they lost the case in the U.S. in 1977, and Mary Sue Hubbard went to prison while L. Ron went underground and let his wife take the rap. And it was at that stage that they suddenly got really interested in teaching illiteracy. But what I really wanted to point out...
It's all...
And everyone's been exonerated.
Outdated. This is like 10, 15 years ago. What are you talking? Why don't you come into
1977.
But can I just...
Sorry, John. Yes.
Moments ago, Willie asked about the deity, and you do have the equivalent of 10 commandments. They're called the Code of Honor. And maybe people here would like to hear a few of those 15 statements. The first 3, very quickly. Okay. Never desert desert a comrade in need, in danger, or in trouble. 2, never withdraw an allegiance once granted. 3, never desert a group to which you owe your support. And number 12, I'll skip to number 12, never fear to hurt another in a just cause. Now that's your moral code, isn't it? Those are your 15 commandments.
Could I have a word from this man here, please? Yes.
Somebody else, are you going to stand there and watch
Are you a member?
No.
I never heard the word Scientology before tonight.
Did you not?
Just never ever.
I'm astonished.
But it appears to me, as an unbiased person, that they just want control of your bank account and your mind. And I would just like to... I think the most...
This whole thing with the Phelan family could end tonight. You know, right here, this program could actually achieve something if Tony and PJ and John and the others said, you know, we're brothers. Let's just be brothers, and you do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do, and we won't pressure each other. Won't control each other. John and PJ, for whatever reason, cannot tolerate Tony making his own choice about his own religion. If they just let him be, it would absolutely be the end of it.
It must be clear they believe that he is not making his own choice.
Well, they believe that. They believe that. But the other thing you have to take into account is, as I said, they have got tremendous amounts of information from this lady. I mean, you might think it's funny.
Yes, okay,
but they've both been invited. You know, why don't you come and visit the Church of Scientology? Come and have a look at things. Come and talk. Come and meet. Discuss. They refuse.
Okay. All right. There we have to leave you. Thank you very much indeed, all of the contributors to tonight's program. And I presume and I hope that it sheds some light on the difficulties that people are